Oh, hello. Sorry. If you will, open to page 82 in Open. Oh, I forgot. You don't have your Open Up book. That's okay. That's okay because you see, I'm just going to do this. We'll do this together. All right. So I'm going to present lesson 15 out of our Open Up unit, the unit we've been working on at school. And this unit is all about, this lesson is all about exponents and how to use exponents with the order of operation. And so if you will, if you don't have this already, if you'll grab a piece of scratch paper, a pencil. I don't see any need for a calculator, but paper, pencil, and that's all you'll need. So what I encourage you to do is we're going to treat this like this was a normal Open Up lesson. And so there'll be times when you pause the lesson and do the work. And then, of course, I will go through the answers with you. So right now, if you will, go ahead and pause the lesson and see what you think about this chart. So it says, we have the different x values, and then we have 3 to the x power, 1/3 to the x power, and we want to know what is the result if we were to replace x with these different inputs. So right now, go ahead and pause your video and do your best to do this chart just on a scratch sheet of paper. I found this guy. Okay, I don't know. I'm just playing around with the camera. Anyway, so we're going to go through this real quick. So exponents, of course, is repeated multiplication. So when I was working through these, the first thing that I did was I rewrote the chart by plugging in the exponents. I'm going to try to show you this. It might be kind of hard to see. Oh, yeah. So, of course, you have your 3. Where's the pencil? Pencil. 3 to the x power will change to 3 to the first power, second, third, and fourth, and then 1/3 to the x. Notice that the fractions are in parentheses. Whenever we're taking an entire fraction to an exponent, we put that in parentheses. And so we would take a look at these and ask ourselves, what the answers would be as repeated multiplication. So give me a sec and let me work these out. Okay, I'm back. I found a dog. I'm in my son's room, so I found this dog. I thought it was kind of cool. Anyway, so the answers would be, of course, so what we're trying to do is we're trying to find the patterns. Maybe how do 3 to the x power and 1/3 to the x power, how do they relate to each other? How are they connected? And so we'll start off by looking at the answers to 3 to the x power. And so, of course, when I was doing this, this is what I came up with. So if you notice, and it might be hard for you to see, so 3 to the first power is equal to 3 to the first power, where am I? Is equal to 3. 3 to the second power is equal to 9. 3 to the third power is equal to 27. 3 to the fourth power is equal to 81. And then if you go over to the other side, you'll see that like 1/3 to the first power equals 1/3. 1/3 to the second power is equal to 1/9. 1/3 to the third power is equal to 1/27. And 1/3 to the fourth power is equal to 1/81. So how are they connected? Well, it looks like they are reciprocals. We know that reciprocals are fractions that are actually flipped. So the reciprocal, if we'll look at this again, the reciprocal of, where am I? This is so difficult. The reciprocal of 3 is 1/3. The reciprocal of 9 is 1/9. The reciprocal of 27 is 1/27. And the reciprocal of 81 is 1/81. So notice that we started with everything being to the first power. And so I want to ask you a very, very important question. What is 3 to the 0 power? Go ahead. Come on. What is it? Yes, it's 1. And what is 1/3 to the 0 power? Oh, it's 1 as well. Yeah. So you see, any number to the 0 power is equal to 1. You guys already knew that, though. All right, let's go to the next slide. And the next slide. Oh, here we go. So this is still page 82. And this says to evaluate each expression for the given value of x. So number 1 is 3 times x to the 2nd power. And we have x equals 10, x equals 1/9. Number 3, I want you to think about this because you're going to do these in just a second on your own. So on number 3, this should be read as x to the 3rd power divided by 4. In other words, we're going to take x and take x to the 3rd power first, get an answer, and then divide that answer by 4. We're going to do the same thing on number 4. We're going to take 1/2 to the 3rd power and do that first, and then divide our answer divided by 4. Number 5, we're going to start with 9. Then we're going to add x to the 7th power to that, and the same thing on number 6. So I want you to pause your video, and I want you to try to work these out 1 through 6. And I'm going to pause my video, and I'm going to also work these out, and then we'll talk about the answers. All right, good luck. Yes, the good old fidget spinner. Just wanted to take you back to 2nd grade for a second. Remember when those things were like so popular? It was so crazy. Anyway, everybody had one. All right, so I hope you've had a chance to go through the video. I'm sorry, not the video. To go through the problems 1 through 6. And I want to just talk to you about them real quick. I did the problems as well. Excuse me. So we're going to start off on number 1. But before we talk about number 1, I want to tell you that a lot of people on number 1 get an answer of 900. And the reason they get 900 is they plug in 10 for x, and then they say, oh, 3 times 10 is 30, to the 2nd power is 900. But you've got to remember, the order of operations require that we do exponents first and then multiply. So I'm going to show you my steps on number 1. So the first step, where is it? You notice I say that every time. So the first step on number 1 is to think of 3x squared as 3 times x squared, which is the same in this case as 3 times 10 squared, which is the same as 3 times 100, because I have to do 10 to the 2nd power first and get 100 before I multiply it times 3. And then when you do that, your final answer is not 100. Come on, Mr. Holland. Come on, not 100. It's going to be 300. I can't believe I just put 100 on there. So the final answer would be equal to 300. Okay, cool. All right, number 2 works much the same way. So I've got 3x squared equals 3 times x squared, which equals 3 times 1/9 to the 2nd power. So I just replaced x with 1/9. Then I would say that's the same as 3 times 1 over, come on, where is it? 3 times 1 over 81. And the reason I said 1 over 81 is because 1/9 times 1/9 equals 1 over 81. And then if I multiply that times 3, I get 3 over 81 as my answer. Now, guys, remember, if you have questions on these, feel free to reach out in the discussion board at the end of the lesson. And it's called Support and Help. So if you'll do that, that'll be perfect. Okay, number 3. I like number 3. So number 3, we start off with x to the 3rd power, And then we see that that's equal to 4 to the third power divided by 4. And then I went ahead and represented this as we have in class a few times. In other words, 4 to the third power is the same as 4 times 4 times 4. And if I'm dividing that by 4, I can cancel one of these 4s, and I'm left with a 4 times 4 on top, which is equal to 16. Now, that's not the only way you could do this. You could go ahead and multiply out 4 to the third power, which gives you 64, because 4 times 4 is 16, and then times 4 again is 64. And then do 64 divided by 4, and you still get an answer of 16. So the answer is 16 on that. Okay, and then on number 4, where are you, number 4? There's number, no, it's number 5. Number 4, I've got x to the third power, and I'm replacing x with, with 1/2 to the third power. And so then I'm going to multiply 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2, and that gives me 1/8. And then I'm dividing that by 4. So remember, 1/8 divided by 4 could also be written like this, 1/8 divided by 4 over 1. Now, when we divide fractions, we've got to keep, change, flip. So I would say that's the same as 1/8 times 1/4, because I did keep, change, flip. And my final answer is 1 over 32. Everybody give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down on how you feel about this. Okay, going back, going back, going back, going back, going up, going back, going back, going back. All right, 9 plus x to the 7th power. 9 plus 1 to the 7th power. You know, 1 to the 7th power is 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times, wait, I messed up. 7 times. So 1 to the 7th power is 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1, which equals 1, plus 9 equals 10. All right, last one. Ooh, that looks like a lot. So 9 plus x to the 7th power, that's 9 plus 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2. And that is the same as 9 and 1 over 128, because 1/2 to the 7th power is 1 over 128. All right, guys, take a look. I hope you're feeling good about this. I hope so. I'm going to change slides. All right, and so help me out with this. X to the 2nd power is equal to 100. What does this x have to be equal to? And you guys all know that x must be equal to 10, right? X is equal to 10. All right, so we're going to move forward. And, ooh, yeah. So we're going to do 15.3. This is going to be the last section of what we're doing. And so I want you to go ahead and get started on this. And so 1 through 8, it says find a solution to each equation in the list that follows. Numbers in the list may be a solution to more than one equation, and not all numbers in the list will be used. So see if you can figure out what, from the list at the bottom, which numbers match for x in 1 through 8. And I'm going to have to start a new video because my videos are limited to 15 minutes. So I'll be back in the next video. Thank you.